All right, everyone, welcome back to another Street City Studio. I'm John, and I'm happy to say I just got done watching the new Deadpool trailer a couple times. I'm pretty sure most of you have watched it. If you haven't, go watch it. It's out. I'm probably a little late to the game, but I'm not exactly like a trailer announcement guy. I'm not a trailer review guy, even. And in that vein, we're not really going to review the trailer per se, right? But I am pretty excited about it. I'm sure a lot of you guys are equally excited. Deadpool is a pretty popular character, and I'm surprised to say we haven't covered a lot of Deadpool here, even though I am a big fan. I know we've done quite a bit with Wolverine, and this is obviously the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, not Deadpool 3 is how they're naming it, right? And I think that caught me off guard a little bit. I don't know if I don't keep up with a lot of this stuff like I used to, just because some of it's gotten less exciting. But this one, for whatever reason, I just was out of touch and didn't catch it. I did not realize this one was called Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't know when they made that change. I don't even care too much, but that's pretty cool. And now I know a lot of people are saying that Wolverine, we're finally getting Wolverine's cartoony, comic accurate yellow and blue. But I really got to say that costume's not based on this cartoon version, I think. Right? It takes a lot more from this, right? From the astonishing version, right? It definitely takes a lot more inspiration from this. If you're talking about, let me get that stand off his feet. There we go. And so I feel like for this video, we'll probably use this one more. Even though I know a lot of people are saying, oh, finally we get the yellow and blue. If it was a little more accurate to this, I would probably use this one for the video. But it's not, right? And I know there's a lot of exciting cameo possibilities. And again, spoiler alert, we're not really going to do a full breakdown or anything, but I am talking about some of the stuff I've seen in the trailer. And likewise in the comments, I'd love to hear what you guys think about A, B, or C, right? That whatever we talk about here, or whatever I may miss when we talk about it here. But my plan is just to kind of do a little photo shoot kind of setup while we talk about the trailer. And it sounds a little different than what we normally do on the channel, but it's probably not really, is it? Right? We just talk and set some toys up. But I hadn't really decided what I was going to do. I was thinking about doing something really dramatic and action set piece, but the more I thought about it, I'm not very good at that, and I kind of don't want to get lost on poses and stuff, right? We can just kind of take it easy and talk, right? And I thought anytime I try to work on the poses too much, right, it becomes more difficult to talk to the camera while I'm doing that, and then, knock the figure over 6 times, and I want to pause it so I can get his pose right. It just breaks up the whole flow, I guess. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll go for something a little more casual, right? Not necessarily very dynamic, even though I kind of want to, right? Maybe I was thinking about having these two fight each other, or maybe even pulling in some of these other characters, like X-23, Lara Kinney, or like Cable. Right? I got a Cable figure, but ultimately, I think I just want to do like a Wolverine and Deadpool photo shoot. Right? That's whose movie it is. I'm finding trouble already. See, try and get him to stand, but as soon as I get him to stay in a good spot, he's behind Deadpool, so I gotta move him. But I'm trying a few things differently too. I'm gonna move the camera here. I'm using this light as a ceiling or sky light, right? And I've used it for that before, but not quite like this. I used it with just the black background, and I was holding it by hand. Right now I've got it kind of set up here on top of my facade, on top of my alleyway facade. Right, so try and get it broad daylight-ish, I guess. Right? Just try and get it really well lit, because I knew I was going to throw some stuff in here that might shade out this side, because I've got this light over here, right? I got this thing over here, and then I've got my ring light on the other side over there, right? Just as a main light, but it really isn't doing a whole lot, right? So I'll even show you. Hold on, right there. I'll unplug that light and you'll see what I mean. Alright, you unplug that. And see all the lights just kind of coming in from the front. If I was trying to go for like headlights or something coming down the alley, maybe that would work. But like I said, I was just trying to go for some broad daylight overhead. Right? I didn't want the front coming straight on light to be too powerful. So I thought that would be a good way to balance it. But yeah, I haven't used this little dumpster here in a while. I haven't used this little couch here in a while. And they all seem very fitting, I guess. I don't know how much they'll get used here exactly, but they can get squeezed in there a little bit. I like to use them. Oh, I hit my camera stand with the end of the couch. Maybe something like that. I almost feel like this is in need. Maybe I can cover that. It doesn't look great. I was thinking the dumpster would go there, but as I'm starting to set things up, I don't know so much. Maybe drop this in here. It kind of helps. Kind of not. Bury it. Bury it. Hide it. Right? That's something I'll do sometimes. Right? Let's see if burying it helps. Hide it. Right? Maybe stack some of these up in a corner just to kind of fill that corner a bit. I don't know. That one doesn't work for me, but I thought I was getting slick. That's a little better. It definitely gives me a little bit more of that corner to play with, but like this is bugging me. That's not going to be able to stay in the shot. Maybe I will go back to the dumpster. Take this out. Bring the dumpster back. Maybe the couches. It was working until I tried to work the couch in. Trying to get that couch in. Kind of messed it up, I think. Let me open this. Open this dumpster up. Maybe even turn it around. I'm knocking my light over. It's pretty precarious up there. Yeah, let me take this out. Well, it's definitely a little better. I don't know if it's 100% there, but we can start working on posing these guys. I figure I'm going to keep it simple, so we'll just try to go for whatever accents the figure best, right? Like this figure, he has his little pinky out for this gun holding pose, so we'll try to lean into that. Oh, his finger ain't going into that. His finger should go into that trigger, but it's not going good. See, this is why I said this wouldn't necessarily be a whole talking video, but I quite enjoyed the trailer. I feel like it didn't give away a whole lot that we didn't see coming, right? I think a lot of people expected a TVA plot, right? To the degree that what we got, that worked. That's what we expected. I don't think anybody's too surprised by that, but it should go well. It should play well with the rest of the MCU and any plans going forward. I don't know exactly. I know there's lots of theories about how this is going to play out and whatnot, but that should play into it well, right? And even we've come kind of full circle to a point where this Deadpool might even be the teleporting, fourth wall breaking Deadpool. I mean, spot on from the comics, you know. He's already pretty close. But he hasn't had the teleporter belt, unless you count the time device that he stole from Cable, I guess. Right? But he didn't have that for much of the story or anything. It was just kind of the very end. Yeah, that's not a bad looking little pose, right? Maybe bring him up front. Just so we know it's his movie, right? Kind of feel like I want to get his swords instead of that knife. I don't know how much attention it draws. Yeah, that might help. I think it was getting lost in all that metal silver, too. I'll get Wolverine in here, too. See what works. It's kind of cool seeing Shatterstar. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a fan of Shatterstar. I definitely didn't expect to see him after the way they done my boy in Deadpool 2. And even on that note, I don't know how capable this Shatterstar is. But I would like to see something from him. I would like to see some sword fighting and whatnot. Right? That'd be really sweet. I feel like that's a pretty generic pose. Let me see if I can't do something with that. I didn't love it. That wasn't... that was about as plain as it gets, right? And I know I like to keep it simple, but I am trying to step it up a little bit. Maybe something like this. Yeah, there we get him stand like that. Look at the camera. Look at the screen a little bit. Now, when I look at the screen, I notice kind of want his arm at a different angle. Coming at the camera different. Just slightly. Yeah, maybe like that. Alright, give you a little look at them claws. Maybe work on him a little bit too. I almost feel like I still want to change that knife, but I like the knife. I want to get a look at the knife. It doesn't get enough attention. Let me see. I'll go. Maybe I can change it up a bit and save it. If not, I'm going to put one of these swords in his hands maybe, or go back to just the gun. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe a arms crossed kind of thing. Just something a little extra, a little goofy. I don't even know what he'd be doing in that position exactly. Just striking a pose, I guess. But I almost feel like it has that tactical reloading kind of look. Maybe I'll play with it a little bit. It's blocking his face, but like even in the trailer, right? They had that tactical reload kind of moment where he catches the magazines in midair and then reloads on his chest. I'll go for something like that, maybe. Something stupidly inconvenient looking just for the pose. Right? I don't know. I don't know if that's working. Not in the way that I was hoping. It's close. It's real close to what I was going for. I almost feel like if I take that knife out of his hand, though, that might be 100% what I was looking for. Let me see here. Just keep that same pose. Try and keep his arms in the same... Oh, his knife's stuck now. I moved his arm. I didn't mean to move the arm, but I'll put it right back. Put this knife back in the sheath on his back here. Let's see if we can't make something out of this pose here. That has like a reloading kind of look to it. I kind of like that more. That works. Now I gotta get Wolverine in a spot where he's not all shadowed out. Oh, moving back just a little here. Right there. I think. Take a few looks at it. Now, I know there's a lot of talk about Dr. Doom and... Oh, there goes my light. Hold on. Little accident. It happens. It happens around here. I got too much going on and not enough space. But, as I was saying, I know there's a lot of talk about characters like Dr. Doom. What's Dr. Doom? Okay. Characters like Dr. Doom showing up in the background somewhere. Right. Oh, there goes that light. See? This is how I do it. This is how it happens. Try to balance it precariously, and it doesn't work out. But I was saying, a lot of talk about characters like Dr. Doom and stuff, and there was that one moment in the trailer, there's a hooded character. I don't know if it was one of those TVA agents or who knows, right? I know there's that comic book cover. There's a brief appearance of a comic book cover, Secret Wars, I think, or whatever, with Dr. Doom's face on it, right? So there's definitely some hints being dropped, and that's exciting. Hopefully he doesn't fall quite as flat as some of these other villains have recently, right? But I feel like if he's worked in just to replace Kang, I don't think it's going to be done right. So hopefully it's done well. I'm a big fan of Dr. Doom, and they haven't quite done him no justice yet. All that sounds too sloppy to be done justice, but I like to keep it positive and try and look for the silver lining. And that trailer definitely had lots to get excited for, lots to be excited about. Right? I'm not big on making a lot of speculations. I know there's that scene in the trailer where he's inside of some monster's mouth or something. Looks like maybe a T-Rex's mouth or something. I don't know if that's supposed to be Savage Land or the Void. Right? It could be anywhere at this point, or nowhere. It could end up not even being a scene from the movie because of the way they do a lot of these trailers these days, right? We've seen that with Hulk, right? In Endgame, is that Endgame? Yeah. In the Wakandan scenes, we never saw Hulk once in Wakanda. Bruce put on that Hulkbuster, and apparently there's supposed to be a scene, but we saw him in the trailer, and he never showed up in the movie. So who knows, right? They could put something real specific in the trailer, like they did Wolverine's white suit. For just a moment, we see Wolverine in a white suit, and that implies that we're in Madripoor, and this is Madripoor patch version of Wolverine with the eye patch and the white suit, right? But, I mean, that was so brief, who knows? It might have just been something to tease us. It might not be anything we see. And even if we do see it, it might be completely out of context, right? It might just be a white suit. There might be no eye patch, no Madripoor. Or likewise, it might be a spoof kind of joke where Wade walks up to, hey, Logan, and maybe it's not even Logan, right? Maybe it's just a guy with a white suit and eye patch and some pointy hair, right? I don't know. But, I don't know. I think I'm going to play with these poses just a little more, and I don't think there's a lot left to do here. I was thinking about putting some other characters in, and I thought that kind of took away from the whole idea. And I almost didn't want to include Wolverine just because I've used so much Wolverine already. I'm not trying to make this just a Wolverine channel by any means, But I was excited to do some Deadpool, that's for sure. Maybe we can get some more poses, right? I'm going to pause it and see if I don't get a couple poses here. Alright, I got his gun swapped out for his swords. And I'm kind of digging it, just pointing it Just point that sword at the camera. Like right at you. Right at me. Oh, he's getting too close. Too close to the camera. There we go. There we go. I almost feel like that's not close. That's not straight enough. Maybe we can get a little straighter. Well, there goes my heat. I didn't think it was going to kick on while I was doing this. Sorry. I would have turned it off, but we've been having some heating problems, and they're working on it. But it's like they'll work on one day and then give us an update, and we'll be back 2-3 days. So I'm going to let it run. Normally I would turn it off for you guys, but it'll get cold in here kind of quick. Sorry. But we don't have a lot left here. I just want to get a couple nice poses out of Deadpool here. And try and keep Wolverine out of his shadow while I'm at it. I'm trying to decide what might make a good pose. Let's try and crouch him out a bit. That's something I'm not doing here, right? He's got a pretty wide stance right now. Let's fix that. Or tall stance, not wide. I kind of like that. If I turn him a little more, maybe. Yeah, something like that, right? Maybe get Wolverine in there again, a little closer. He's still in the shadow a little bit, but not much. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's see. Just turn his head. Like he's striking a silly pose, I guess. Oh, there goes his foot. No, yeah, I'm not digging that one as much. That's just goofier. Goofy for the sake of goofy. Let me see. Kind of want to go for something like that, but I'm going to do the double swords, parallel swords. His shoulders aren't quite good enough for crossing the swords, I think. It looks kind of off to me. Maybe if I play with it longer. I'm hitting the camera now. Hold on, pause it. Yeah, something like that, but just like the crossing the swords, I feel like his shoulders ain't accommodating for that pose as clean as I would like it to look. Maybe if I crisscross them like this. Let's see. Oh, well, that's a little better, but I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't know. His arms just, he's limited. As limited as a lot of these 3 3/4 are. You can squeeze some really nice poses out of some of them some of the time, but certain high dynamic poses really just don't work. And that's what it is. Try to straighten his legs back out here. Try and get just like a loose standing neutral stand. Yeah, something like that. I almost feel like this light could get turned down a bit, maybe. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a lot less glare and shine off the figure, huh? The shadows won't come out. See? Get you standing up. There we go. Yeah, I think I should have done that from the start, but you live and you learn, right? Oh, come on. I didn't do anything. You were standing fine. Well, I think we might take these lessons and stew on them for a little while, huh? Turn this light over here down a little bit. Get less glare off them figures. But I think we'll call that a wrap. We got some good poses. Learned a lesson or two. Right? But that's a pretty good trailer. I'm pretty excited, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Or, if you want, you can follow me on Facebook at John Wayna. You can let me know over there on Facebook. I'm in lots of toy groups, or you can follow me and let me know on my page. If you want to check out my photography on Instagram at Street City Toys. Not Street City Studio like the channel, but Street City Toys. But otherwise, you leave a like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys checking me out and hanging out with me. Keep playing with them toys. I'll talk to you guys again real soon.